action.
How did we get in this position? I mean, how did this happen? You know, everyone makes out except us. I want everybody to know. We've had a producer on board who came to. We ferreted him out of the various orphanages here in Atlanta. Brought him in. All of a sudden, he comes in today and tells us Oscar De La Renta.
Right.
He's got a 6-figure job. What I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, is this show is not about caca. All right? You subscribe to this show, or you come and apply for a job. Sky's the limit.
We've lost 2 employees this week. Hired a salesperson, failed her drug test, would have never in a million years guessed that.
Yeah.
And now Junji thinks he's going to greener pastures.
Right.
They're going to work you like a dog. You never had it so good. Okay? Thank you for your list. Here's the instructions from Junji on how you and I can get on the air.
Like, we need 6-figure salary. He ought to be kicking us back a couple of denarii.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Safe journey. Huh?
Whatever they're paying him, they should pay us a little more. Maybe we could go.
No, he's going to try to see if he can get Tuesday and Friday off.
Of course. Hey, by the way, Twizzlers are the worst candy ever made.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Actually, they're for my granddaughters.
Yeah, it's a good gift to somebody you don't like, but
my granddaughters.
Oh, you like them?
Yeah. So what's wrong with those?
They're terrible. Twizzlers are no good. I've never understood people
they taste terrible.
You got look. You're in the candy line. You've got money that you're already going to spend. Why those?
Listen, I don't like that licorice crap. I don't never like Twizzlers. But tell me what's wrong with them.
They just suck. They have no flavor. They're tough to chew.
You know what? I thought, for God's sake, I thought you were telling me whatever's in there is going to kill my grandchildren.
No. They'll be fine.
You're just talking about taste.
They'll have real good, strong jaws after they chew on that stuff for 4 hours.
So actually, you've brought nothing to the table regarding Twizzlers, except that everybody's going to tune in next week where we're going to do cotton candy.
Next Friday's probably not going to be a show because that's the 1st of November. It's the first day after Halloween. That's going to be tough. Junji won't be here.
What are you, scaring kids as a drunk or something? Why won't you be here?
I'll be here. I'll just bust your chops a little bit. How about my Hawks? All glory to Trae Young. Boy, if he ever learns how to play basketball, I swear.
You're such a schmuck.
You're going to do this every time he plays well.
He's got great skills. You know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have enough in the dumper. All right? He's going to get bounced around out there. When you get to playoff time, you think they're going to let him do whatever he wants with the ball? No. He's going to be...
somebody else is going to be open. Somebody else is going to...
Maybe not.
It's mathematics. There's no one person that can stay in front of him. There's not. You've got to have 2 people.
Come on.
If you don't double team at half court, he's going to score 40 points. If you don't double team him, that's the world that we live in.
Well, you know what? I don't even know what you're looking at.
The guy scored 16 points in the first quarter last night, and you still don't see it. I don't get it.
I love his skills. I like the kid.
Holy moly.
I love the kid. Can't we talk like professionals here? Like, I don't think he's got enough in the dumper to make it through the playoffs. That's why I said he's not going to lead us to a championship. Now, can't we discuss that, or are we going to play sports talk radio? I'll beat Domino, and you beat Cellini, and we'll talk stupid.
Why are you taking shots at people? I'm just saying you're always giving Trae Young... I don't understand. What does he have to do?
He doesn't have to do anything. It's wonderful. All I'm saying is we have to do something because we're not going to go to the promised land with him because he can't play playoff basketball. It's too physical. All right?
Okay.
Don't give me that.
I mean, because that's just the most ridiculous thing you've ever said, and you've said quite a few ridiculous statements. That's all right. So what other than that stuck out from you from last night? What else did you see?
I hope Yubi's watching. Yubi, if you're watching, call in, make a comment, and it'll come up on here, and we'll send you a little
Well, he's not you and Hubie style. He's not Mark Jackson. He's not going to get in your face and freaking press you defensively. Nobody can handle the ball like him. Nobody makes decisions like him. He can shoot. He makes the people around him better. He's worked on his defense. He does everything you would want a leader to do.
I love him. But we're going to have to trade him. As we get closer.
I give up. I give up.
Why is it so difficult for you to see? A man of that stature cannot be an authority in the playoffs.
Like Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's built like a brick shithouse.
Oh my God.
Come on. You're gonna compare players. He's got about 4 inches on him.
Yeah, he does get
4
about 3
inches taller, and Steph is built.
He got like 2 inches on him. 2 inches on him. By the way, they got boat race last night. Clippers are for real. You watched them?
I didn't see. No, I watched those last night.
Well, they came on after. It was a late game on TNT.
Clippers and Lakers?
What?
Who the
last
Clippers?
night?
Yeah, who'd they play?
Warriors.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they played them in Golden State. Beat their asses by 20. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We got Orlando on Saturday night. I'm excited, man. It's a winnable game. You could be looking at 2-0. Who would have thought?
No, you know what I think will be excellent out of the gate, because we are so athletic, and teams really can't keep up with us. And when you think about it, we're a team of 13 Bazemores, and then we got 2 big men.
I saw Bazemore play the other night.
I saw him the other night too.
Yeah.
He was invisible.
Yeah, no. It'd be easy to get lost in the shuffle up there. First of all, you're up there in the woods.
There's 2 guys need the ball.
Well, right, and now they got Whiteside too.
3 guys need the ball.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm excited. Saturday night, man. Orlando. I'll be going down there. Home opener. I expect it to be a good crowd. I hope it's a sellout. That'd be nice.
Oh, it'd be great.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
Yeah,
it'd be great.
I heard the knuckleheads on the radio on the way over here talking about the soccer game last night and how great the environment was, and how they don't enjoy the baseball or the football as much, and that's all they were talking about. It was soccer, baseball, football. Soccer, baseball, football. They didn't even mention the Hawks. And to me, if I'm spending money between it all, that's why I'm going to the Hawks. It's not even close.
Yeah, no.
But I couldn't believe that wasn't even in the conversation. I was like, what are you talking about?
Well, see, if you go to the Hawks, you're not going to go to Lenny United. Kumbaya, my
IPA.
Absurd.
Ole.
Children grow up, then they move into basketball. No one continues with soccer. It's pinball.
What is this, Jim G? Is this notes from the producers? It's a pump fake. It's a pump fake. He just wanted to make sure I was alive.
Yeah. Did you go for it? Did you go? Yeah, you did.
I thought it was coming from the producer. Yeah. It looked like it was on a nice letterhead.
Official, yeah.
So since this is your last show, I think you should reveal yourself. Still no. No, you're not going to do it. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It really is. It's remarkable. I admire that about you.
You know what? Before this kid leaves, we should get some DNA from him. I want to have it tested. All right?
Well, what's going to happen when you show up to the new job with a mask on? No? He doesn't know? All right. But... So,
let me tell you something. That is the dumbest act anyone's ever employed. Ever.
We've seen quite a few.
Yeah, believe me.
I've seen quite a few. Yep. Oh, man. So I guess the soccer team won last night. A lot of people are excited about that. And it was at home because soccer's got to do it backwards. In the rest of the world where it says the top team is always so-and-so at so-and-so, right?
No,
Not soccer.
No.
The top team is the home team.
Yeah.
That threw me off. Sorry.
Westminster goes to Abbey.
Nil.
And nil was the final. When I started All White, I refused to let guys use any English expressions or anything. Yeah, this is American. Our slogan was American Power Rugby, and as it is now, we're the only rugby club in the nation to send both 7s and 15s to the national championship in this last year. So, national championship game in this last year. But we would never use nil, and would never use my pack your kid. Pack your kit. What does that mean, pack your kit? It's your bag. It's your bag. It's got your jock. It's got your shoes. It's got a pink T-shirt.
You find it hard to believe. I never played rugby.
No, you know what? I do find that hard to believe.
I don't know that I've ever seen rugby. Honestly, not in person. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's tough.
But obviously, it's tough.
I think they're starting a professional rugby league here now.
You should totally go out.
Well, they shouldn't. They
You
should
should go out for it.
go out.
I mean, seriously, just go out there, knock a couple people around for a little bit.
See, because at my age, I can employ finesse technique.
Right. Yeah, and you got a lot of it.
Oh,
A lot of finesse technique. So, Falcons, Seahawks, is Ryan going to play? They said anything?
no.
He's
They
not.
haven't said.
Man, they kill Schaub back there. I guess they kill whoever's back there.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a tragedy.
Whatever, man. I honestly, like, I forgot there was a game this past week. It was one of the Sunday night games or whatever. I can't even watch it. Like, I didn't even know there was an NFL game on last night. I saw the score this morning,
Yeah.
and I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I know some people are, I mean, I don't. That's it? This is how you're going out. Jinji's literally getting up to walk out.
You know, I'm going to tell them if they're looking for a reference.
Unbelievable. He says he's going to take a drug test.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You know, this is what he's been waiting for. I think he's
I
been
know.
waiting to take the drug test so he can really get into the drugs.
No, it's a good thing. You know, it's a great thing for him.
Oh, for sure. How long you
He's
get?
29 years old, making six figures. I think 2 weeks. 2 weeks he'll be back here. They're going to work him to death.
Nah, he'll do a good job. We're happy for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are hiring. Sales, IT. Actually,
Producer.
would you call this an on-air job?
This. Let me tell you something.
Should be an on-air job.
This is better than Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
It's true.
You come here, give me the 35 or 4,800 bucks or whatever it's.
Is that what they charge?
It's up there because it's government. You know, government pays for it.
Really?
Yeah. So we should have a. You know, what we should do. We should have a sports talk school.
All right. So if you're interested, just email the show or hit us up or send us a comment on Facebook, and we'll make it happen.
And send us a deposit so we can reserve your spot now.
That's what Arthur wanted. He wanted a deposit.
Yeah.
He did. He wanted his PSLs. You think if he had to do it all, he had to do it though, right? Didn't they have to do it to get the stadium deal done?
What?
The PSLs.
Oh,
They have to.
I don't know. Tell you the truth, I don't know. You know, I know it's a very popular deal among owners, and you know, one guy went with it.
I think there's 8 teams.
Successful.
8 out of 32 teams have it.
Eight have
8.
it, and the teams that went, of course, you know, Green Bay, although they may be something else because the fans actually own
Right.
a piece of the team. But New York,
Right. I don't know, man. I just, now that I don't play fantasy football, I could give 2 craps about the NFL. It's crazy. It's like I used to, my Sundays, I can't wait to watch the games, whatever. And now Sunday is the day I'm absolutely planning to be with my family. I'm like, because there's nothing I need to watch.
You know what? They don't know that.
Who doesn't know that?
The league doesn't know that.
I know people that are obsessed with it, but I think a lot of it has to do
Hans.
with fantasy.
No, Hans, what I'm saying is, I agree with everything you're saying. You know, I enjoy the games and I'll watch, but I know what you're saying. It's not the same.
No.
So, you know, if you can. But what I'm saying is the league doesn't realize that the game has lost all of its energy as far as from a broadcast point of view. And then when you're taking these teams and you're absconding with them and just hiding them, and they can't, you know, it's like an entity.
Right.
It's like a tangible entity that author has, and don't let anyone fool with it.
No. I'm talking about the league as a whole. You know, I think there's a lot of factors
That's what
going on.
I was talking about. I was talking about the commission that doesn't realize that their
They're
league
making
is
money. They don't
losing
give a
some-
shit. They're making money.
Hans. Don't live in the moment. Live for the future. All right.
I agree with you.
Let me
I
tell you,
100%
if
agree
people
with
are
you.
tuning out now, what's going to happen in the future? The That's the problem.
Especially the young kids.
There's so
aren't
much
playing
money
football.
right now that they don't see the signs.
Kids are playing other sports. A lot of kids aren't playing football anymore, and eventually that's going to catch up. You've got a lot of factors. You've got the concussion things, and that's real because fewer people are playing. It's affected how they prepare. Practice, the offensive linemen not hitting each other, all the damn holding calls, the special team calls, the pass interference. Now you can challenge that. These guys don't want to throw their peers under the bus, so they're scared to make a call. And then you've got the whole flag thing and the Kaepernick. I mean, there's all kinds of crap around the league, the TV timeouts, the Super Bowl halftime boycotts, a lot of the bands. I mean, it's just a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
And then you also have, I think, a lot of it.
See, and because the NFL was our nation's crown jewel.
Right.
And where is it now? It's just floundering now. It has no identity. It has no specific culture. The culture that we grew up with is gone. It's dissipated.
Brian just said that they lost, most of us, as far as the people who, are unhappy with the NFL, with the way they handled the whole kneeling thing.
Yeah.
And they did. They really made an ass out of themselves, through that whole process. And I know a lot of people, their butt hurt.
That's where the lack of leadership comes from. The commissioner's totally marketing. You know what I mean? But the lack of leadership, because no one knew what to do. That he should have come out with a doctrine. It says this is what we do, and let's stop all this. It was different from city to city.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got their issues, and I wonder how much of it also has to do with the fact that New England is so dominant. I think that also has to play a hand into it. I think to the casual fan, they're like, dude, I've been watching them win for 20 years. Like I'm over it.
Yeah.
I want something different. That to some people, I think that's part of it too.
You know what? What's remarkable about it is that the New England Patriots really came from nothing. I mean, it started as a cold franchise, and it was just growing. They were incidental, kind of like Buffalo is now. You know what I mean? Kind of incidental, and to go on this run, it's really.
And Pete Carroll kind of started the whole thing. Remember with Bledsoe?
Yeah,
that's what really started it.
Yeah,
for them.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Did you see what Belichick did last week with the whole fourth down on the false start?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see this? My friend was telling me about it, and I pulled it up and I read it. And I think probably some people know what happened, some people don't. It was a deal on third. There was like minute and 45 seconds left, right? And they had the ball, and it was on a penalty. And so whatever the penalty situation was, it was like 4th and 18 at their own 23-yard line. They would snap it in the play clock and kick it, whatever. But if they jumped false start, they would move them back 5 yards, and they would allow 40 seconds. The play clock would reset. It was a loophole.
You know what? I did see it.
And he did it 3 times, and he killed the clock. They couldn't do anything about it. They couldn't
3 times in succession?
Yeah, they couldn't. They didn't have any timeouts. He ran the clock out. And they asked him that after the game. Obviously, he goes, it's a loophole that they probably need to address, basically.
The way he's his loophole.
Yeah.
Probably need to address it.
Yeah. I mean, but it is kind of crazy to think that somehow went through the...
But you know what's not crazy? It's not crazy is that Belichick knew it. Belichick could pull off something like that. Think about it.
Did you see Dan Quinn do that?
Dan could never do that. Like
nobody else
Pat
did.
Shermer with the Giants cannot do that. I mean, there's some guys who are just incapable of figuring that out. They're so overwhelmed with just getting the team on the field, for crying out loud.
Who do you want for the Falcons? I mean, in a dream scenario, like there's some real possibilities here. Like they're not going to anoint Jerry Glanville president of football operations.
Well, what I'd like to see is I'd like to see a young guy with Jerry's characteristics. Let's be a physical football team. Let's do this. Let's run it down their throat.
See, I want Tomlin.
Let's throw deep.
I wish
Tomlin
something would
be
happen.
good.
I wish something bad would happen up there in Pittsburgh, and they do something stupid. They never do, or maybe he wants to leave, and just give him control, man, and have one guy in control. That would be great.
See, that's what's missing in Flowery right now.
Yeah, there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah. 5 ex-general managers, 5 ex
Who's this Sutton character? Now we've got a defensive consultant.
Don Sutton. He used to be with the Braves. Terrible on the air. But
And the Braves had the bases
Don
loaded. Oh,
could
there's one in the gap, and the Braves win. The Braves win. We'll be right back. We'll hear from Vince Dooley, tell you about some deals at your local Kroger.
thank you, Don. Thank you.
I feel bad making fun of Don Sutton because he's like 200 years old, but I hated him when he was a pitcher, and so it never translated over to me as a analyst for the Braves because I'm like, this guy's a Dodger or whatever the hell.
I know.
He's not a Brave.
No, you know what?
Can they take Paul Bird?
You know what? Arthur's going to do the Braves a favor and put him in the rafters.
Hey, it's Tommy.
Tom the Bum.
He's in the house. Tommy, we're hiring. Congratulations.
People come into the
Yes.
studio.
Sales.
Both.
People come into the studio at will. Everyone's welcome. So come on by, drop off your application, leave us an application fee.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I think that
we'll
was a
get
little
back to
harsh
you.
what we did last week. We surprise drug tested our sales staff, and unfortunately, she didn't do well. So now we're without. So it's up to you, Tommy, if you want to take one or
Here's
not.
the sign that I can hold up and say,
Junji took all his stuff with him. He took all his props. He's like Carrot Top with all his signs and everything.
what am I going to do? I don't know how to spell half those things.
That's all right. We'll figure it out. We'll do it. So college, no Tech this week, no Georgia this week, but big one next week, man. I started thinking about it. This is a huge football game for both programs.
Huge.
I mean, not just understating the obvious, but big picture, this is a big game.
More so, I think, for Kirby. And I like that. He likes that.
If
too.
Muschamp gets the first, because Georgia's been, not Muschamp, I'm sorry, Holmeskill, Mississippi Mullen. That's a huge deal. That's what they brought him down there for.
No, I know.
They're ahead of schedule if they win that game.
They're ahead of schedule, yeah, but you don't get ahead of schedule by playing a team like Georgia. Because
Georgia's been pretty underwhelming this year, Bo.
Yeah, they have.
I haven't really seen them do anything special.
All right, Aunt Mary.
What has Georgia done
Relax.
this year?
You're right. You're right.
Thank you.
All right, but it's there. All right, there's a lot of guys that are young on that team. I mean, look at the team in its total context. All right, don't come in, run upstairs, get some Cracker Jacks, come back to your seat,
Who eats
look
Cracker
around.
Jacks at home? You eat them at the ball game. You don't eat
That's
them
what
at
I'm
your
talking
house.
about. That's what I'm talking about.
I go to the ball
You're
game.
at the game.
Do I have a pinwheel on my hat?
Yes, you do. You know that.
I feel like it's 1952 in the Bronx. I got like a Mickey Mantle card in my spokes of my car. I'm driving down, 14th Street.
I actually did have a Mickey Mantle in my spokes.
That's what I'm saying. Who wouldn't?
Yeah. The Mick. Yeah, I should charge his estate $125,000 or something.
Yeah. You totally should. They probably even wouldn't notice it. All his dirty money and cash that he got over the years signing stuff.
Good guy.
Oh, yeah. I've heard nothing but great things. Yeah. Just like Pete Rose. Pete Rose is a great guy.
Oh, yeah. No, he was. I mean, he was one of my favorite guys to visit with when they come into town. And he'd tell you whatever you wanted to know.
Of course.
He wouldn't tell you where his money's riding that afternoon.
Right.
But he'll tell you everything else.
Man, that whole gambling thing, I mean, obviously, that was real. I mean, he really did that.
Yeah. And you know what?
It's crazy.
You know what? That's the one reason he should never be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, he's never going to get it.
I hope. Because if they give that, that's the cardinal sin. That's the major sin.
You're right. It's the sanctity of the game. If you don't have that, you don't have anything.
Right.
If anybody can jeopardize, I don't give a shit who you are.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about the all-time hits leader.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on. Man, I wonder if anybody will ever come close to that record. I don't think so.
Know.
I don't think so. 4,000?
First of all, who plays baseball like that anymore?
Nobody. Yeah, nobody. And now the balls are juiced, so all you got to do is slap one and it's out of the ballpark.
Boom.
By the way, World Series, huh? Garrett Cole, we thought that was going to be a done deal. Houston would get some momentum. Washington, they're going to win the World Series, Bo.
Unbelievable.
They're going to win the World Series.
You know what? And we're better, except for the starting pitcher.
Oh, it makes me sick.
Except for the starting
Houston would have
pitcher.
beat our ass, man. We're not ready, man. We're not ready. I just hope that moving forward, this isn't a stigma and these guys play tight. You know what I mean? I hope so. I hope not. What's going on,
My
Alice?
back is killing me.
No.
My back is killing me.
Tommy,
Yeah.
get the stick.
You got any CBD oil? Hey, by the way, everybody, we've got some new CBD oil. It's the best. Unbelievable. Just contact me, Mr. Bock.
Before you endorse
What?
something,
What?
don't really, like boil over in pain, right? You haven't had any today. He hasn't had any today.
Everything hurts.
Yeah, everything hurts. You need it.
Get my oil, please.
Where's the display?
No, it really is.
Oh, get the display, will you, Tom?
Where is it?
It should be on the
If you
counter.
asked Junji to do that, he wouldn't be able to handle this
Junji.
responsibility.
That would throw him for a loop.
So did you see where they got busted in Washington practicing the
I
world
see you set it up.
Yeah,
practicing the World Series championship trophy presentation?
they did.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
I hope Houston comes back and makes it a series. How about Altuve off of Chapman to win it, to go to the World Series?
How about him? How about Rendon? I mean, some great players. But don't get me
Are you
wrong.
talking about Washington?
Don't,
Soto.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like us, except for the starting pitching. I mean, that's the difference.
But you know the thing with them, they got veterans, man. They've got. I mean, you forget about Adam Eaton because he missed all last year.
Right.
I mean, they've got Zimmerman, they've got Rendon, they've got Turner. All these guys are. They don't have a weak spot in their lineup. Their bullpen was the only thing that held them back.
Look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
We need Junji. Oh, look, he's
You have to
figuring.
hire him back.
I tell you what, God has definitely challenged us
Yeah.
with some of our
Yeah.
staffing.
You know what? Maybe God doesn't want the truth out there.
It's
You know what I mean? Maybe it's a cover-up of
it's a setup.
heavenly proportions.
I think so because it is consistent. It's constant.
Right.
You would think eventually we would get a Bill Gates type coming through the door that would just solve all of our problems.
Tommy, give me that.
No pay.
I don't want to break
Come
it.
here.
See, you just showed your arm. That's more than Junji ever would do.
East Eden Pharmacy CBD oil. It's the best. I had. Let me see. Here it comes in a package like this. You get to keep the package, and it's just great stuff. I rub it on. Lately I've played rugby for 22 years. After playing football in Miami and the Citadel, and growing up in New York in the sandlots, that was the worst of all.
Yeah.
We had a kid cut out his calf by falling on a broken beer bottle
That sounds awful.
on a grass field. We
Man.
had grass fields. Maybe you'd have like a total of 20 yards of grass. It's like, I always loved the South. I always wanted to come here.
Well, we're glad to have you, Beau.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Ooh. CBD oil, everybody.
Hey, Timmy Gunner just said hi. Our other producer from 790, one of the
Hey,
greats.
Timmy.
And Timmy's doing really well. He's married. He's got a little boy. Lives up in Houston.
Good. You know who the daddy is?
No, they don't. They don't. Could have been anybody at 790
We don't know.
or Star 94 for them.
We don't know.
Thanks for watching, Timmy. What was I saying? I had something very important to say.
You were saying about me and how,
How wonderful
I don't
you
know.
are.
I've gotten, the acclaim that I deserve, and you didn't know that. So
Right.
It's good.
Yeah, I heard that
It's a
you were
nice
up for
thought.
the Chuck Dowell Award this year. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
oh boy, there we go. All right,
But
Andy
yeah, I
Rose.
can't wait for Georgia, Florida next week.
That's the way. That's the way we
It
do a
doesn't get better
set.
than this.
That's the way we do a set around here.
Tommy, you did wonderful.
I like time to prepare this shit.
Too bad you can't see it in this. Oh, you can see.
Did you see Tigers leading the tournament out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually had a
6
couple
under.
of good weeks.
What did he shoot last night? I can't
I
use
don't know.
my phone.
I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, wouldn't that be something if
Where
he
they
just
playing?
needed some
Where's
rest and he came back and got after it one more go? I mean, he's just so important to the game, man. I'd hate to see him just win that last Masters and go off into the sunset. We need more Tiger. I mean,
Yeah.
I know he was,
Right.
physical mess at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just needed some rest.
He definitely is a generational figure. Can you imagine that? You grew up reading about Saracen and Ben Hogan and Sam Snead and all those guys. They were good, by the way. I remember them all. And
Remember when you played St. Andrews
and then, like,
with Slam and Sammy? That was
so
awesome.
people will be growing up just remembering Tiger, remember the name Tiger and how good he was and everything. Who will be the next Tiger? I mean,
There'll never be another Tiger Woods in any sport. Honestly, I think he's bigger than life. And then to do what he did and come back and
Right.
win Augusta of all
Right,
places,
right.
and then the year before what he did at the Tour Championship. I mean, that little 6-month window, it's unbelievable. And who
know
knows
what?
what he's going to do moving forward? You can't count him out.
He should get together with Dr. Oz and do a show on mental toughness.
He's the biggest badass in my lifetime in any sport. In
think?
any sport, man, he is just. I mean, when he's on television,
Oh,
I don't
he's
care who
on.
you are,
Oh,
you've got to watch it.
Oh, that's why the tour would have
All those guys,
they
think of the money they
invested
make because of him.
anti-aging stuff, supplements, and just pour them in Tiger because Tiger carries the entire show.
There's no price tag you could put on
No,
him,
no.
and it's all him. He's done it with multiple caddies. He's done it with different clubs. He's done it in different generations. I mean, the guys that he competed against 20 years ago are completely different from the guys he beat at Augusta.
And now, I mean, he's still winning contemporarily.
Right. And it's crazy to see that the other guys on tour, there's no pettiness, there's no animosity, there's no jealousy. It seems like they know where their bread is buttered.
Yeah, he stirs the drink.
Right. Yeah, they're like, go on, Tiger, do your thing.
Come on, babe.
Except for, come on, kid. Hell up. I hope we learn how to bunt at spring training next year. Wouldn't that be something?
Nah.
It'll never
It's not
happen.
not
Gee, Snicker got Manager of the Year.
Did he?
National League, yeah. Sporting News Manager of the Year. Could be a precursor for.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
no.
Let's
Happy
do it.
for him.
Yeah. I'm not. I love Snit. I'm just not a fan.
Wait, let me ask you a question. If they don't make it to the World Series next year, do you think they fire him regardless of what he does in the regular
I
season?
don't know. You know that.
No. I'm being serious though.
No,
At
I
that
know.
point, you've got
No,
this
but
young
that-
team, and you've got to generate some pressure,
Yeah,
man.
but don't forget, our organization. That's not the culture of our organization. You've got McGurk up there, doesn't know what's going on. You got right under him, you got Schuerholz, who's only in it for himself. And, very dubious front office, like the Hawks. The Hawks, from a basketball operations point of view, it's the best in the world. From a front office point of view, they're dubious at best. The same with them.
Did you hear Schlink in the booth last
Yeah.
night when he was talking about Derrick Rose? He immediately became a scout again. He's like, the one thing about Derrick, he's come back from multiple surgeries and whatnot. He's lost about 12 to 18 inches on his vertical.
Right.
He's like, but his quickness is he's
Right.
quick as ever. But he's got new crafty ways of
Right.
getting rid of the ball.
Yeah.
You could tell like he's really kind of paid attention to Derrick Rose.
Right.
And I'm thinking, God, what a great addition to this club he would be. Derrick Rose would be perfect for us.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
And
about.
he can find those guys. He knows what we need. He knows those pieces. He's always evaluating. And what's it going to cost me?
Well, I don't understand your demeanor today. You got a different demeanor. I don't know if you're trying to dominate. I don't know if you're tired of just playing this game. I don't know what the hell to think of you.
It's basketball. I'm excited that basketball's back.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
That's my demeanor.
Have
So
a-
you got to deal with this for 8 more months.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
You prefer this or the old one?
No, I prefer you like wearing a shirt and tie because your taste in t-shirts is brutal.
This is a good one.
Brutal.
This is a good one. Shoot hoops, not people. This is a good one. You don't want to shoot people. If you feel the urge to shoot someone, grab a basketball.
Hey, by the way, what's with this shot over here of yours? What is
Come
that? You do it from the side of your head. You
Come from over here. Yeah, it's
you,
unblockable.
It's unblockable.
Yeah.
How about if a guy comes in from your left side?
No, he's
Then
not
it's
going to be
blockable.
there. I'm
There's a
fading
ball
away.
there. There's a ball there.
Nope. Well, I'm not going to go that way if somebody's over there. But if somebody's defending me one-on-one, I go that way, and you can't block it. That's why I go that way. Yeah, I can pull straight up, but the odds of me getting my shot blocked are less likely if I'm going to my left. It's called evolution. You know, I grew up playing with people that were older than me, taller than me, bigger than me, and the only way I could get my shot off was by shooting like that.
In other words, so you like always hated yourself for your lack of coordination and the ability to release a shot like everyone else. You can't do that. I'll see you, everybody.